Hi guys, tonight I'm going to be explaining to you and showing you how to make the faux leather or canvas or felt or whatever material you're using bows. So what I have here is I've opened my design space. You want to go to a new project. I go to projects and I type in pebbled leather bow. Now, if you don't have access, I'm sure you can probably find a free template by typing in pebbled leather bow template or something on Google and then uploading it like you would an SVG. But for now, this is how we're going to do it. So you click on that and you're going to want to customize. And I know that I like my bottom piece to be about 4 inches. But if I just make that bottom piece 4 inches, it's going to leave the rest of the pieces the same size, which will not work out. So you want to make sure that you box all of your things and then make it larger. And like I said, I know I like this bottom piece to be about 4 inches, so I'm at 3.5 right now. So I need to go up a little bit more. What am I at now? Okay, 3.933. I'll go a little bigger just because I like that 4 inches. Okay, the next thing you're going to want to do, unless if you're making a bow that is going to be all the same color, you can go and make it now. If you want different, which I do, this is where you change your colors. Otherwise, your Cricut is going to cut them all the same, is going to want to cut them all on the same fabric. So I am doing a Paw Patrol. So this piece here is going to be a Paw Patrol, while this piece I want to be black. So I'm just going to change that to whatever color. You know, it doesn't really matter as long as they're on different. And then I also want this piece to be the same as this piece because I want to have the middle piece to be the same as the bottom. So once you get that complete, you're ready to make it. So I will be right back showing you how I put my material on the mat and how I cut it. Okay guys, here's the next part. So you take your material, which I have this black, and I'm putting it face down, the shiny side, the side that you'll want to be the top of your bow. I'm putting that face down on my mat, and I am using a pink fabric mat. Now my mat is fairly new, very sticky, so I know that my mat will hold my material down. If you have an older mat and you're worried about maybe your material lifting up, grab some masking tape or some painter's tape or something and just tape down the sides to make sure that it doesn't go anywhere. So you're just going to want to put it in, you know, and cut, which for the sake of the video I already cut the first piece out, so I figured I would just, I do choose the faux leather paper thin for just the regular. I have some glitter that I haven't used yet, but I know that I'll have to use a different setting for the glitter. But for now, the faux leather paper thin works well to cut out just regular stuff. And then you just take it off your mat, and I mean, it comes off really nice. Peel your pieces off. To put my cover back on. Okay, and then the next part will be taking your, this is going to be my top piece that's going to sit on top of this piece. So you're going to take the top piece and have a hot glue gun here. I didn't even think about it being underneath this little concoction I have to hold my phone up, but that should work. Okay, you take your piece and you're going to want to just glue these little side pieces in to meet the middle. So just put some glue, some of your glue on there, fold it in, fold the other side in, and then hold it until it sets up, sorry. Don't worry about any little pieces of the hot glue that seep out, because once it completely dries, you can just pull them right off. Okay, so this is what it looks like on the back. Oops, sorry. Just meets there in the middle. I think it focused. Okay, so the next thing you do is you just glue your top piece onto your bottom piece. So for that, I just put a dot of glue in the center, and then make sure I'm in the center of this piece, and then just stick it on. And like I said, don't worry about any glue that seeps out, because when it dries, which it's not completely dry, but when it dries, you can just peel off the little pieces. Sorry about that. That's my husband crinkling candy right behind me. Candy wrapper, but okay, so, and because this bottom piece is kind of flimsy, I may just put a little dab of glue on the back of this just to kind of hold my black piece. So if you run into having a real thin piece and you don't want it to be out of place, just kind of put a piece of glue there. And that's not really straight, so undo the glue. Okay, so the next part is going to be to get your alligator clip, and you're going to want to glue it onto the back of your bow. It's your preference whether you want to put the glue on the bow or on the alligator clip. I prefer to glue the clip just because I do. I don't really have a reason. And then you just put your clip there. You want to center it on there pretty good. And then push it in, hold it until you know your glue has set up. And then the last and final piece is this little center that you have. I just wrap it around. Sorry if you can't see what I'm doing. I just wrap it. Before I do anything, I wrap it to make sure it's going to fit, and it will. So then what I do is I just put a little dab of glue inside my clip, like in the center, and then put that there, and my clip is pushing it down, or you can kind of push it down with your finger, but I think your clip will push it. And then you'll want to take and wrap the other part down. I do put a little dab of glue in the center just for some added stability, I guess. And then you need to put another little dab of glue under your clip, and then put your top piece down. Kind of hold it for a minute. Well, not a minute, a few seconds. And then I just go and I make sure I didn't miss any little pieces of hot glue that seeped out. Sometimes I'm a little heavy on the trigger on the hot glue gun. And that's it, ladies. It's real simple. The more you practice, the better you get. But it's real easy. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them. These are a few I made earlier today. I used 2 pieces for the bottom. I just made sure the one was a little bit bigger than the other. And like I said in my other post, I ordered a lot of this from a seller on eBay. It did come from China, so it took about 2 weeks to get to me. But it is the exact same stuff that you can get from the sellers on Etsy. I have ordered some material from a Facebook group, and I did get a very same piece that I ordered from them, from the supplier in China, and there was absolutely no difference. And it was extremely cheaper. Like, I paid $1.05 for the sheets from the seller on eBay, and I believe it was $3.50 for the same sheet. So like I said, if you have any questions, go ahead and ask, and I look forward to seeing all your bow creations. Good night.